Ladies and gentlemen, David here from Groove Digital. It's nice to see you all here. Today we have a very interesting topic, and it will be interesting for the people that would like to build out their brand websites. They're the websites that they will be using to showcase their brand, to showcase their business, to let everybody else, like customers, to find the business and learn everything that they have to, so that they can act on. They can see your prices, they can see your contact details, they can see what you're actually working on, who is working in the company, and things like this. This is some sort of a page collection, which is called a website online, that is used for these purposes exactly. There's a couple of different kinds of pages you can build with Groove Pages. I will point out that one as well, but I will be focusing on how to create a navigation for a website, how to create a footer with menus for the website, how to actually create multiple pages and connect them together. So wherever you are, whichever page you are, you can actually navigate to different pages on the website itself. Also, I will point out different parts that you would need to manage in case you want to have your brand website created, which a lot of people may not know about. So this is what is coming today. I will not be focusing on designing website. I will not be building out a website. I will be creating just a quick mock-up of a website using the wireframe blocks and the pre-designed blocks, and we'll just put it together just so that you can understand the functions and how it should look like. But I don't want to go into designing today. I want to go more into the functions that would need to be set up so that a multi-page website can function properly. Okay, I will show you some examples and we will go through a lot of different steps that are required. But it is going to be an interesting topic for everybody that is planning to maybe bring over the website from other platforms like Wix or WordPress or things like this. When you actually build the pages, or very soon we'll have also the page importer function, where you bring in each page separately, but then to actually set up your website, you need to connect it. You need to connect it with a menu, and this is where this exact training for from today will be helping you. In case you're watching a replay, you probably have access to the page importer function already. So this is what you need to follow to actually do a website with a proper menu and a navigation. But let's just jump in and see who is with us tonight or today. It is after 6 p.m. here where I live, so that's why I say tonight. But yeah, let's just have a look. Eric is here. Hi, David Lemon. Hi, Eric. It's good to have you here. Yari Villainous is saying here already. Awesome. Suraidi or Suryadi, sorry. Welcome to Lemon Nation. Awesome. Keisha Fox, good morning all. Christine Case, hello. Leonard is watching us. Good afternoon. Rob, hola David, looking forward to today's video. I survived watching yesterday driving 90 miles per hour. Awesome. Well, Rob, I don't suggest you repeat that. I believe it's a good idea to listen and then just widen your knowledge when building out pages and things like this. But I don't think the best place to do it is while driving on a speedway. So Tina Joyner is here. Let me just click on her name. Here you go, Tina Joyner. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you as well. Jay with Groove Funnels, the best is yet to come. Awesome. I agree completely, Jay. Facebook user, can we post Q&A? That was very quick. We just started like a couple of minutes ago. Q&A session is coming at the end of the training, so please, in case you want, you can post them in the comment section, but I will be answering them at the end. Okay, so for the people that are watching the replay that don't want to listen to all the questions in the meantime, I don't want to break up the training as I did before. I just want to get through the training and then answer all the questions at the end of the session. Okay, Chigo Sophie is watching us, saying hello. Did you say the page importer is working? This is for everybody that is watching the replay, Rob. If you are watching the replay, today is the 25th of August 2020. It is, the page importer is not functioning yet, but in case you're watching this at a later date, you probably already have it. Eric Strickland, it's 11 a.m. here. Been here in Bowling Bowling Green, Kentucky. Nice, great. Good morning. Good morning. Stefan Colombiani. Hi, David Lemon. Hello, Stefan. It's good to have you here. Pom pom pom. Abdul. Hello, David Lemon. Patrice. Facebook user. Hi, all. Alicia Verdel. Hello, David. Hello. Sarah is watching us. It's good to have you here, Sarah. Um, Tan Chen Yit, James from Singapore, and it's midnight. Ooh, awesome. Good to have you here. Facebook user, William Smith is a stud. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that is for, but good. Paul is watching us. Glad to be here. Love Groove Funnels. Awesome. Jim Lush is watching us. Hey, David Lemon. Uh, Analdis Mendez. Hello, everyone. Vida Puncture LLC is waving at us. Adrian Botha from South Africa is saying hi. Remember to put Q in front of your questions, peeps. Correct. Sarah Browett, I believe she's in New Zealand or Australia. There is already 2 a.m. So great. Creating a multi-page website using Groove Pages. As I mentioned previously, in case you were not here for the intro today, we will not be designing a page. I want to go into the functions that are needed to actually set up the menu, set up the footer, set up the structure, to connect all the pages together, to point on some things that you would need to be mindful of when you're creating a multi-page website. But yes, so in case you are going to ask questions, please put a Q in front of your question and then ask after the Q. So basically Q dash and then how to do this and that. This will actually let me scroll through quickly through all the questions that are there, and at the end of the session I can just go back, scroll through the comments and see what questions you are asking from me. If you want, you can keep your questions until the end of the training, then you can ask them over there and then you will get a reply immediately. But in case you don't want to keep your questions in your head, you can just pop them in the comment section anytime. Just please put Q in front of your questions in case there is no Q, or if you don't write questions, I may miss it, and I don't want to do that. So just please follow these rules, please. Yes, so I wanted to talk or just point on this one. There's a lot of people that make mistake of confusing what is a website, what is a funnel, what is a landing page. So I just wanted to quickly talk about this one. There is big differences about these three, but they are used in the digital world interchangeably sometimes, because some people don't realize what a website is, what a funnel is, and what a landing page is. So let's just start with a website. A website is a hub of all the information about your business. So in case you have, for example, I'll just go with the local niches. Everybody can understand those. Let's just go with a niche like hairdresser, for example. I don't know why I take this niche all the time. It's just really simple to understand. So you're a hairdresser company or hair salon, and you want to have a website where on the website you showcase maybe your hair salon, like the place where you actually do the hairdressing. And you also want to showcase your workers. You also want to mention the prices in case you have special deals and these kind of things. So you can separate all this content to different pages. So different pages like contact us page is separately on the website. You can also do an about us section where you talk about your story, why you started the hair salon. Maybe this is where you showcase and present the different people that are working in your hair salon. You can also have a different page which is pricing. You can also put a different pricing structure for different style of hair or wash. Washing hair is that much, and drying hair is that much, and this you could do on a separate page pricing. But there's also so this is basically a website, a hub of all the information that you actually create as like a virtual brochure of some sort. It is actually much more than that, but you create it and it is available in the cloud online, so everybody can look it up at any point in time. They don't have to look for a printed brochure which they can easily lose. They can just type in your name inside your business name inside Google, and then actually find you and learn more about your business. So this is what the website does, and this is just the most basic information about the website. It can be much more than just a virtual brochure, but I just wanted to point that its main purpose is to have all the information on there available so that people can search for the information they need. A landing page. A landing page is a page with one specific goal. Let's just say that you're promoting, as you have now a hair salon, as we agreed, you have a hair salon and you want to promote one particular product, one particular, for example, hairstyle that you want to promote because this is a new in the world. I remember when I was not a fan, but when Justin Bieber became popular, everybody was having that type of a hair. When Bieber had this kind of a, I don't know, teenager style looking hair. So I remember I was younger, and I remember in going to every hair salon, they had a picture of Justin Bieber's head over there, like an option that you can choose for the hairstyle. So maybe if you have a special hairstyle that is popular, you can promote that single hairstyle. Like in case you want this one, then you can apply and then book a time, and then this landing page that you create will have one specific goal to maybe get the people to purchase or book a session to get that a specific hairstyle. This is just a very simple explanation. So you have one product, you want to promote it, you create one page which has one option to book it or buy the product that you're promoting or leave, and then that is the landing page. But the next thing is a sales funnel. The sales funnel is a collection of pages. Let's just say that a sales funnel is a collection of landing pages which are connected and focused on a sale, where the sales funnel is used to bring you and guide you along. It's like a lot of people online explain it like, imagine going to a shop and then you know what your problem is, but you don't know the solution to it. So for example, you know that you want a new hairstyle, and then let's just say that your business creates a sales funnel which guides the customer through, okay, so we have now these hairstyle, pick one, and then you pick one, and then you go to the next session. Do you want also washing of the hair? And then you purchase the washing of the hair, and then they guide you along. Okay, so do you want also I don't know, some sort of special care or some sort of, I don't know, like a hairspray, or I don't know. Let's just say that I don't know a lot about hairstyles, but instead of one hairstyle only, they upsold you. So they did an upsell for washing the hair and the special hairspray and things like this. So you didn't only buy one product, you bought multiple different products. And this is what a sales funnel does. It guides you along like hand in hand and shows you have a problem. This company has a solution, and not only one solution, but it can also help you with your other struggles. For example, you wanted to have your hair washed in the morning, but you couldn't, but then this company is offering it to you, so you can also purchase that one. So this is a sales funnel. It is different from a landing page, it is different from a website, but this is just the most basic explanation that I could have think of. Yes, so now that we have a clear understanding of different aspects, what is a landing page, what is a sales funnel, let's just go on and then have a look at different types of websites. So websites can be one page or multi-page. As I previously mentioned, your hair salon has different information it needs to showcase, like the contact us section, about us section. Maybe you can also do like a team section, like you have this person, that person, where you talk about how you started your company, how did you decide that you want to open a hair salon. You can also have a pricing structure on the, basically this is an information that you want to showcase. So you can put all this information on one page, on one long page, or you can separate all these sections into separate different pages. As you may remember, I have created a one-page website, and in case you want to see a training on it, you can just type into a search function inside YouTube, or Groove Digital Academy, or in the Facebook group, or also in the help desk, one page website. Just type that in, you will find it. We go over step by step on how to create a menu for a one page website. We create basically the whole build where we create the site with all this information, like a contact us, about us section, and things like this. But today I want to focus on not building and designing a multi-page website, but showing you what you need to do in order to have it connected. Okay, so let me just show you an example of a one-page website. And it looks something like this. So this is a niche of veterinary clinic. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it the best way, but this is where this is a pet doctor, basically. So this is a one-page website where it has the logo, it has a navigation menu, and some contact details. Okay, so this is an address and a phone number. So we can see that this is just a heading over here. Then they have a different section of like representing what they work with or who they work with, like cats and dogs and rodents and birds. You cannot bring a snake in this veterinary clinic because they would probably not be able to work with a snake. But then you have services where they showcase their services, and then they have different information for the different features. Like they have like a section where the doctor comes to your home to check up on your pet. Then they have a different team section. Then they have a different about us section with some pretty pictures over here. Then they have a testimonial section, and then a contact section with a map over here, and then their footer. So this is a one-page website, and it looks great. It is very visible, and then when you actually use the menu, it is just scrolling to a lower section. It is just scrolling down on the page, because this is a one-page website. Okay, it is just scrolling down to the section that we want to see. So this page at this moment, it is not created inside Groove Pages, but everything that you see here is easily created over there. So this is a one-page website. The page that I want to show you today how to create and how to connect is some sort of a page that looks like this. So it would have like a homepage with certain information over here. These pages that I'm showing you are templates, but I don't want to promote any one business over here. So this is why I'm showing you. This is a WordPress website. So the animations you see over here, they are created inside WordPress. But I just wanted to show you like a style of a site that can be created as well. So they have this information over here, but they don't only have that one. They can also have an About Us section where you click and it loads in a separate page that is an About Us section, where everything that is about the company they showcase over here. Then I have a services page where you can see their services. It is separated then on the previous one-page website. On one-page website, we only had one section, but over here they actually separated in a completely new page, so they can talk more about their services. Then you have different gallery and appointment page and things like this. And these are all separate pages. You can put this on one page so that it is a longer scroll, or you can just put in separate pages and have it showcased differently. There are SEO benefits for creating one and creating the another. The biggest one is that with more pages crawled in Google, you will have more option to come in front of your customers. It is not like a set in stone, like a rule. You have to create a multi-page website, because otherwise you will not be able to come in front of your audience. That is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that because there is multiple pages, Google is crawling multiple pages, they can show it in a different section. Like for example, in case you type in hairdresser contact, it will show only the contact page on some of the websites. And if it shows your page, which only with your page, that only on the bottom of the long scroll page you have the contact section, people will probably not scroll there because they just want the contact information. So Google is looking for the relevancy. If somebody is looking for the contact information, and your page doesn't load in the contact information immediately, then Google will not put your site again on a higher position. It will put you lower because people are not happy with finding your site when they are looking for certain information. This is why they will put in front of the audience the page that has a separated contact section. When it is loaded, it immediately showcases everything that the person needs to know about the contact. So there is pros and cons of using one, using the other, but it is not a huge difference in Google's eyes. In case you showcase for example, now I was talking about the contact details. In case you put in your contact details somewhere on the top of the page as well, not only at the bottom, then they will be able to, it will have very similar type of a process when so Google crawls your site and shows it in the search results. So it is not a set in stone rule, but sometimes it is better to have one, sometimes it is better to have another. But for this one, I would suggest you to look into it more, to browse around Google and then on YouTube and see what others say. There are SEO experts, and also Google creates a lot of content, so maybe they actually said what Google prefers to see. But today, as I mentioned, we are creating and actually connecting a multi-page website together, so you can see what needs to be done, so that you have a menu, you have a footer, you have different page structures, you have the page URLs and things like this. But let me show you what exactly we'll be mentioning. So let's dive in. Number one, how to create your pages. Like, we will be creating a home, about us, contact, and a pricing page. So these are approximately the base pages you would need to have in case I'm now focusing on some sort of a service business or a product business in a local niche. In case you are not in the local niche but in other niches, then this may not apply, this rule may not apply to you, but most of the times these are some sort of a base pages that you would need to have on your sites. The next thing is how to name all our pages. So when we create a page, they're just like page 1, page 2, page 3, but to actually be searchable and for in the address bar, when you type in yourbrand.com/contact, we actually need to name our page. We need to set this up so that the contact page shows up the contact details. Okay, so this is what we will be talking about. We'll talk about how to link them together in a navigation menu and in a footer menu. So now when we create the pages, we name our pages, we will talk about how to link them together. And also I will show you how to include the same header and footer on all the pages. So now you have, for example, a menu created on your home page, but the same menu, the same navigation menu, the same footer menu, or the footer you want to have on all the other pages as well. So I can show you how to do that one. How to hide pages. For example, you create a landing page or a funnel page and you don't want it to be shown in the main menu or in the footer menu. I will show you how to do that, and also how to add links to the menu. For example, in case you have a blog, as you may know, for now we don't have our Groove blog ready at this point. It is August 2020 and the Groove blog is coming out around the end of the year. So in case you're watching this video later on, you probably have access to it, but in case you're watching this now live stream or around August, then at this moment we don't have Groove blog. So for now, what I suggest is to have a HubSpot blog, or I don't know, some sort of other blog on WordPress or Tumblr or wherever you can create blogs, and link to them. So I can also show you how to create links in your menu, so you can link to a website or an outside blog or somewhere else. How to create a drop-down menu in the navigation bar. So let's say you have a lot of pages. You have for example, a pricing page, but then you want to create below the pricing page a page where you actually dive into each of your products, and then you want to explain what each of your products does, or the features and benefits of everything that you have to offer. So you may want to categorize them in some type of a nice way, so that you have home, about us, contact, and your pricing, and then different products that are available inside the pricing. So maybe you want to put it in a drop down menu so that not all of your products are lined up inside the main menu. So I will show you how to create the drop down as well. How to manage the info search engines will show in the results. So we will be diving in a bit into the meta title, meta description, and how to find what you actually need to type in so that Google and Bing and Yahoo and the other search engines display inside the search results. So I will show you where to put those details. And then the last one, how to publish your site and how to see your hidden pages. So in case you publish your site, you will have a navigation menu after we are done with this training, but you will not be able to see your hidden pages from the menu. So I will show you how to actually find your hidden pages on your site. Okay. So this is the plan for today. I believe we are ready to go. Now we know what we will be doing, but let's just jump in to create everything that I will be talking about here. So we will start with creating your pages. So home, about us, contact, and pricing. Okay. As I mentioned, I will not be designing and putting everything to be pretty and then brand colors and fonts and things like this. I'll be just using pre-made blocks and then pulling them out on the canvas so that we have a representation of a website. Okay. But the topic of today's training came from people that requested it. So multiple page website from Petra Schumann. Dear David, do you already have a recording on how to create a second and third page linked to a one-page website you showed us? So she now has a one-page website but wants to create a menu with multiple different pages. And then there was a David, I would like to see this too. Terry is also, I'm interested in this, thank you. And then other people voted on it. So in case you want to request a video tutorial for me to do, head over to askgroove.net. This is where you can actually request different things. There is a couple of things over here that I will be going through and creating. Most of them will not be live streams, but in case you have something that you would like to see created, please jump into askgroove.net and then request it here. It is pretty simple. You just ask for the training that you want, add on some details that you want to see inside the training, and this will be where I'm finding the tutorials and training videos that you request. Okay, so askgroove.net. Perfect. So how to create your pages? Let's just jump into our Groove Pages or Groove Funnels dashboard. I'm using today a free account because I want to showcase what the free account can or cannot do, and it can do basically everything that we will be going through. But yeah, let's just, when we are logged into our Groove Funnels account, head over to Groove Pages. This is the app that we use to create our pages. As you can see, I have one site created already. If I create 2 more sites, then I will be finished with this account, so I will need to upgrade to have more sites. So let's just create a new site, and let me just, before we actually create a new site, I want to point on something that a lot of people were asking. When you are a platinum or a paid member, so let me just show you quickly. So groovefunnels.com/upgrade. Okay. I want to point out to this part over here where it actually says you can create unlimited pages, unlimited websites, unlimited funnels. So what this means, what a website is actually this one. So you can create not 3 websites, but you can create multiple in case you are on a paid membership. So there was a lot of people in, and I will not say names because I forgot them mostly that's the reason. But when you create a site, this is called a brand site. So you can create a site which will be connected to one root domain. Okay, so you cannot create a website from this one and have the same domain connected to a different site. So for example, I will create now this site. This is now my website. This is let's just imagine it like a folder of different files inside. When I create a page on it, this is a file inside a folder. Okay, so this is a brand site. It is my website. Okay, so you can create unlimited of these separate websites, not only 3 like on a free account, but unlimited of these ones. But you can also create unlimited pages. This is the file inside our folder. You can create unlimited pages inside uh, the website. You can also create, later on we will have a button here that will say funnel. You will be also able to create unlimited funnels inside a website, inside a brand site, inside this folder. Okay, so this is what a lot of people didn't understand. What is a website? How can I create unlimited of them? So this is over here. When you click new site, this is where you create your website. Okay, a brand site, we will call it. So now that is out of the way, let me just start by creating the homepage. Okay, you can see here when you create a new site, you have one page only, and this is what you are seeing here. It is empty, but it is your homepage. So let's just build out our homepage. So what I will use is I will use wireframe blocks. Okay, so blocks, wireframes, and I will just build it out very quickly. So I want my site to have a navigation bar. So I clicked on the navigation bar and pulled out one which has a logo, a menu, links, and then some social media icons. Okay. The next thing I want is a cover image. So the cover image is just a big image, the representation or of what you're working on, what you're doing. So let's just pull this one out. It has a headline, description, a button, and then some logos here below. So now we have already a navigation, a cover. Let's just do some features over here, like this one. Nothing fancy, just some features here. Perfect. Then we can do some call to actions, something with an image. Let's just use this one. So I'm not following any kind of a system. I'm just pulling out blocks that I think that should be there. So we can do also another content section where we actually write some things out. You can also do, for example, some sort of a gallery. I'll just pull this one out here with some different images. We can do some other feature block, like maybe this one. And 2 more. Let's add 2 more just to finish it up quickly. Let's do a bit more content like that. And let's just put a footer at the end. Okay, so for a footer, I will just choose this big one just so that it is nicely visible on our website. And let's just say that this now is my homepage. I just pulled in the blocks. I didn't modify anything, and I will not modify anything. Okay, so let's just scroll through and see how it looks like. So this is now my website. When you scroll through it, you can see that it has different sections, and it was created fairly quickly. So this can be done by you as well. This is not a problem. But now let's just add on a new page, and let's just create an about us section. Okay, so I have a full-on tutorial that goes into depth on how to create an about us section. I'll just show you how to find it on YouTube. So you can just type in, or you can go to Groove Digital over here in the videos, and you can search for about us, which is one of the recent videos that I created, recent builds. If you want, you can also search for it, is about us Groove pages. And this will be the first video that shows up. It goes into depth on how to create an about us page and how to make it fully mobile responsive from scratch. Okay, so this is explaining it over here. But let's just build it out using the pre-made blocks. So I will not be pulling in a navigation at this time, because I will show you later on how to use the same one that you create one heading, or one navigation bar, how to use the same one on all of the sites. So let's just have a look. So over here, I want a cover, but maybe a smaller one, maybe not even a cover, just some sort of a smaller box. Let's just have a look. Maybe this one, it will say about us. Okay, and then we can do some content, just briefly our story. We can do some images from the gallery, for example this one, or yeah, let's just do this one. We need to follow some type of a content section, like text images, text images, text images. When you put a lot of text together, people just sort of scroll right through it and then they don't stop to read it. So I will probably just put in some sort of a visual thing. Let's just put in something like a theme or something that is more visual, so that people can look at pretty pictures or something like that. Maybe just a theme section over here. Come on. There we go. So our team, about the team. Let's just do some more content over here. Let's do this one. And let's just do a call to action, because as I mentioned in the About Us page, we need to have some sort of call to action on all our pages, so that we invite them either to see our pricing page, or to contact us, or to sign up for a newsletter or something like that. Just it needs to be something that we ask them to do on each of our pages. Okay, and this is now our About Us page. This is now the page 2. Let's just do page 3, which will be our contact page. Our contact page will also be built using the wireframe blocks, and we can do the same content section that we used. I believe it was this one. Not quite sure, but let's just use this one. And let's just do a contact block over here. Yeah, I like this one. Yeah, I believe this is enough for a contact page. We can also do a call to action, just something simple. Let's just use the same one that we used previously. I usually don't suggest putting in 2 forms below each other, so let's just put in some more content, maybe some features. Let's just do this one, the simplest one. There we go. So now this is our contact page. And the last page we want is the pricing page. Okay, so we create a new page, and this will be the pricing page. So let's just see the blocks, wireframes, content. I'll use the same one as on the previous ones. Here we go. So this is the top content block. We want to go now into pricing, and then choose something here that could represent something that we want. Maybe this block is the best if we are thinking about a local niche type of business, like a hairdresser or something. This is probably the best type of a thing that we can put. Instead of buttons, maybe we can also duplicate this and then use this as a pricing. And so if you want, you can do something like that. Just put in like $24 and make it bigger. or something like that. So this is up to you. I'll just leave it as it is. So pricing, I want also some features. Oops, in the blocks, features. Mhm. Yeah, let's just do this one, and our call to action. There we go. Great. So now we have some sort of a website created. As you can see, if we go to pages, we have a home page, we have an about us page, a contact page, and a pricing page. So now we are done with the number one. Let's just go to the number two, how to name all our pages. So if we click on this one, we can see that this is our home page. When we go to our homepage, we have a navigation bar, but it just shows us that it is page 2, page 3, page 4. How to actually give them a name so that we know when somebody visits our page that this is the contact, or this is about us page, this is the contact page, and this is the pricing page. So we need to actually name those pages, and the way we do it is we come over here where you see the page 2. We click on these three dots, edit settings, and then here we have the page name. So look at this one now. When we actually give it a name, and I believe this is the about us page, here we can now click on this one, and it immediately updated, so we can see that this is the about us page. So when somebody visits your site that looks like this and they click on it, they will know what they're clicking on. So this is why it is important to name our pages. Okay, so this is the page name, the first one, which will be showing up in the navigation menu. The page URL, this is also very important. When you visit a page, and let me just show you. So let's just find the website Hair Salon New York, and then let's just find, for example, Salon V New York City. Okay, and when we click, for example, on I don't know, contact us page, have a look at this address bar over here in the top. So I cannot zoom in for some reason, but it says salonvnewyorkcity.com / contact us salon -v. So contact us salon -v. So this is the URL. This is the page URL, but we don't need to put in the root domain, which is salonvnewyorkcity.com. We just need to add on this one. This will be the page name. So this is a root domain. The something.com is the root domain, and then the / contact us salon v is the page name. So let's just give our page a name. Okay, so page URL, about dash us. Okay, so this is how I would name it. The shorter, the simpler, the easier will be for users to understand where they are, and also for Google when they're scrolling the pages. Don't put very long page URLs. Google doesn't like that. Users don't like that. The simpler it is, the easier it is to understand. Okay, so page URL about dash us. So now if our site is now called, for example, I don't know, dogdoctor.com, this page will be about dash us, so it will be dogdoctor.com / about us. Okay, about dash us. Let's just give a page 3 a name, which is our contact us page. Okay, and also contact dash us. Perfect. Very simple. And the last one, I believe it was pricing. So we can just go into edit settings, and then let's just type in pricing. And also here, the page URL, you can type in our pricing or best pricing, but I just leave it pricing because, as I mentioned previously, the shorter, the easier to understand, the better it will be for the people. Okay. So now we have home, about us, contact us, and pricing. This, we are finished with the number 2. Now I want to actually have a different um, I want to sort a bit the navigation. So I want the home, then I want the pricing, then about us, then the contact us. Okay, so because I believe the pricing will be the second most clicked page, then the about us will be the third most clicked page, and then the contact us will be the fourth most clicked page. So this is how I want it to look like, but at this point it is just the wrong way. So if you want to move your pages around, then you would need to just click these six dots. I call them a six pack. So just click the six pack and just pull it to the position where you want it. Okay. So as I mentioned, I want home, pricing, about, and contact us. So now this is already set up for me. If you don't want the contact us page to be the last, you can just pull it up and then it immediately changes over here in the navigation menu. So this is very handy when you have a lot of pages and you want to put them differently on the navigation menu. This is how you actually do it. Using this six pack, you just move it away or move it up or down. So this is the number 2 is finished. Let's just head over to number 3. How to link them together in the navigation menu and footer. So now we linked it already inside the navigation menu, but we need to make sure that they're linked properly in the footer. As you can see here, you can create your own navigation links. For example, at this point, it is just set up that this is a text. So you double click on this one and you can type in something else like our menu. Okay, and then this link, the first link, I want it to be home. I want to link to a page that is called home, and if I update, you can see it says it home and it is linked to a page over here that is the home page. Then the footer, second link, let's just click the configure. I want this one to be pricing. I want it to be linked to a page which is called pricing. Okay, very simple. You can also choose to open a new tab, or this will actually open in a new tab. So it will not open here. When you click on this link, it will not reload this page and open the the pricing page, but it will just create a new tabs, something like this, and it will be showing us here. So when you come back to the previous page, it will still be working. I don't want to do that, but people were asking me what this carryover URL parameters is. This is very important for SEO. It is sending over link juice. This is just a techie term inside the SEO community, that when you send people from one page to the other, and it is sending some sort of authority over to the other page as well. So let's just say that everybody that comes to your site comes to the home page, and then if they click over to the pricing page, you're sending over some link juice to the pricing page as well. So it will not only be the home page where the people come to, it will be also sending it over to a pricing page, and so on. It is a bit more advanced than that, but that's just a basic understanding of what the URL parameters are. So let's just update. It will say pricing. This one will say about us, about us, link to a page, which is the about us page, update. And the fourth link will be saying contact us. And it will be linked to a page that we created, which is a contact us page. Perfect. The fifth link I don't want anymore, so I will just click on the stylable element. So when you click on this link, only the link is chosen. When you click on the stylable element, the whole kind of a container is chosen. So you can just click on this button and it will be deleted. That's basically it. I will not be using, and I will not be setting up this other this other menu over here. So I'll just leave this out. You can use it for something else in case you have more pages on your site, in case you want to maybe show like our products or services. Then you can create separate pages for each of your services as well. You can link them over here using the same thing. So you add on the text, for it to be displayed over here, and then you link it to a page on your site. Okay, but this is it now. So basically we created our footer menu as well using the pages that we created previously. So now the number 3 is done. So now how to use the same header or the navigation bar on the top and the footer menu that we just created on all of our pages so that it is exactly the same, and you don't have to set up again all the links on the footer, all the links in the navigation bar on the top of the page again and again for the pricing page, the contact us page, the about us page. We can just actually use the ones that we created already and pull it over to the other pages. And this is done by using the save as a save block. So when you click out of everything, you can see that you have this up arrow. You need to click the up arrow so that it doesn't show up anymore. Now we cannot see the up arrow anymore. This means that we are in the block. Okay, so the block is where you need to be in order to see the star icon. In case you don't see the star icon, you need to go up inside the block section. The block section will show this star icon, and the star icon is the save the block. Okay, so we can now save the block into our, for example, this is a navigation bar, so we can save it inside the navigation bar. Okay, it will be showing now inside our blocks section. As you can see, it has been updated, content is saved. So now we saved our header, our navigation bar. Let's just go over to the lower part and click over here outside. So basically not over here somewhere where we have content, but outside everything. Most of the times I click in the upper left hand side corner, and then it immediately chooses the block itself. Okay, if you see the block, then you're in the right place. Then you will see the star. You click the star, and then you can choose where to put it. You don't have to categorize it. You can put it under no category as well, but I just like to have everything tidy, and then I just choose the footer category to show up. Okay, so now we saved the header, we saved the navigation bar on the top of the page, and we saved our footer. So then we can go over to the pricing page and then just set up over here our header and the footer at the bottom of the page. And the way we do this is very simple. Click blocks, and then here in the design blocks, not wireframe blocks anymore, because now the design blocks is the option that will be showing up are saved blocks. Okay, so design blocks is where you can find your saved blocks. Then, as you remember, we saved our header inside the navigation bars, and it will be showing up over here, the first one. Usually you will recognize it immediately when you see a trash icon next to it. So in case you just pull it out as a normal block above everything, this is now the same exact block that we saved on the first page. So using this knowledge, we can just scroll down to the bottom of the page and then place here our footer block that we saved. And you will see when we place it in there, the links will be already set up. As you can see, our menu, home, pricing, about us, contact us. There is no fifth link here or here, and you can see our services is also over here because we edited it and then saved it, and now we have it also available inside here. So when I was doing this one, I didn't realize that we will have a form next to a form. So I'll just delete this call to action. It doesn't make sense to have a form and then another form just below it. So now this is how our pricing page looks like. We have a nice header. We have some sort of a headline, a pricing, some features like features and benefits about our products that we are talking about over here, and then our footer. Great. So now we can save simply. Perfect. We can head over to the pages tab. Let's go over to contact us, and then we are missing our footer, header and footer over here. I know that in the footer I have already a form, so I'll just delete this last one. So the same thing applies. Blocks, design blocks, navigation bar. You pull out the header, the navigation bar onto the top of the page, then you have it over here. When you go to footers, scroll down to the page at the bottom, you can just pull out your footer that you saved previously, drop it in there, and then you have the same exact footer as on the home page and on the pricing page. Okay, so this is done. Don't forget to save. We have some sort of a auto save option, but it is always good to have the save button pressed so that you don't lose your work. Okay, then we are now on the contact us page. We need to go to the last page, which is on our site, the about us page. So immediately here we will pull in not the wireframes but in the design blocks, navigation bars, pull it on the first place over here so that it is above everything, and then we can just head over to the bottom of the page, delete this um, call to action, because in the footer block, oops, not here, but the footers, we have already a form that we are asking people to fill out, so there is no need for another one. So save, and now if you scroll through all your pages, let's just do it together. Home page, it has a heading, it has a footer. Okay, pricing page, it has a heading, it has a footer. And contact us page, it has a footer, as you can see here, and it has a heading. And then the last one, about us page, has a heading and it has a footer as well. And we just set it up and we just saved it. So this is the number 4, how to include the same header and footer on all the pages. As you remember, as I showed you, press the block section. So you chose the whole block, press the star icon, and then this will be saving it inside the designed block section, not the wireframe blocks. In the design block section, then you can just use your pre-made blocks. Okay. Next thing, how to hide pages and how to add links to the menu. So I don't want my home to be shown, because when somebody clicks my logo, it will be sending them over to the home section, the home page. Okay, so I don't want the home button to be here anymore. I just want pricing, contact us, about us, and usually people know that when they click the logo, they will be heading back to the home page. So let's just hide this home page, and let's just add on another link that will be sending us over to our blog. As I was mentioning previously, we don't have Groove blog yet at this point in time, which is 25th of August 2020. So we will be linking out to our blog that is on a different site. So the way I do this is by selecting these navigation menu links. Okay, so it is nav menu needs to be chosen. And if you chose it correctly, all your links that are inside the navigation menu will be highlighted with a green outline. Okay, so then the next thing is to head over to the configure tab, and here it says pages to exclude. So as I mentioned, I don't want my home page to show up, but I still want it on the page. I don't want to delete it because this is the main page, but I just don't want it to be shown inside the navigation menu over here. So I can click over here to choose pages to exclude. I will click on home. Okay, and I will click update, and as you can see, it is now hidden. So it is not deleted, it is hidden from the navigation menu, from this green part over here. It is not going to be showing up inside the menu on the top of the navigation. However, we are now on the about us page only. It will be showing up on the other pages. So in case you want to remove it from other pages as well, you need to go and choose the nav menu and then hide it as a page to exclude. Click update. Don't forget to save sometimes. And then let's just do it for all our pages. In case you want, you can set it up previously. So before you save your block, then you can actually hide it. And then once you save your block and then pull it into other pages, so that you have the nav bar and the footer menu exactly as you want it with a hidden home button, then you can set that up. Okay, so let's just do this one. I don't want the home to be shown up. Update. Perfect. People were asking me, why don't we have a global nav menu option? And we will have this one at some point. At this moment, it is just a feature request. So in case you go to feedback, groovefunnels.com, inside Groove Pages feature request, you type in menu, and it will be I cannot find it here now. It is not filtered correctly, but you can actually have it here. Just look through these. There is somewhere that is saying like global menu. So you change it, for example, on the home page, and it will be also changing the same menu on the other pages as well. So this is not yet here. This is not yet available, but we will have that at a later date in time, at a later point in time. But now that we have hidden the home page, I want to add on an outside link. So the same thing applies. You click on the nav menu, and inside the configure, you can choose external links. It gives you numbers, and then you don't know what to do with the numbers. So it's asking you how many external links you want. So you can choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the max at this point. So we just want to add on one, which will be our blog. So here, as a label, you add on blog. Okay? And then here you can choose to link to a page. We don't want that. You can link to a block. We don't want that. And you remember the block is this one, and the block is this one, and the block is this one. We don't want that. We don't want to link to a pop-up. We want to link to a URL. So let's just use Google, for example. Let's just use our blog. Actually, we have a blog. So https:// groovefunnels.com/blog. Okay, so this is now our blog, and you can have it open in a new tab, or you can have it opened just normally in the normal tab. Let's just open it in a new tab. Okay, so update. Now this one came to the end of the nav menu, and you will see this whenever you are adding on links inside the configure tab. External links will always be at the end of your navigation menu. So the first links you will have are going to be the pages, and then after that you will be shown the external links. This is just how it works, and this is how our software displays it. So in case you want to first have external links and then after the pages, for that one you will need to have another menu. I will not go into this one because it is a bit more complex, but you will need to just choose this one and then remove on this one. On the first one, you will need to remove these pages and then just leave the blog, and then over here you can have the pages, but that is not a topic for today. So there we go. Now we have a blog inside our header, inside our heading navigation on the home page. But as you remember, because it is not globally connected, okay, let's just see. It is just disappeared once we saved it. Let's just reload the builder. Okay, here we go. It came back. It is not dynamic, so it doesn't update dynamically on all the pages. So we would need to add it on extra here. However, as I mentioned previously, save the block of the header block, save the footer block once you're 100% sure that you're finished with everything that you wanted to put. In case you wanted to put a blog link and remove the home link from your nav menu, and do this first on your home page and then save the block and then import it on all the other pages. But then let's just do that quickly over here. So .com/blog. Okay, and then it is an HTTPS groovefunnels.com/blog. Open a new tab. Perfect. And it is not Google, but it is blog. Perfect. Great. So I will save it, and it will be saved. Perfect. And I will just continue on from here. I will not add on contact us and about us section. Only on the home and the pricing section we will have the blog visible. This is not something that I would do on a live site, but I will just do to just speed up the process of this tutorial. Okay, so this is the number 5. The number 6 is how to create a drop down menu in the navigation bar. Okay, so I'm in the pricing section, and then on here I want to actually add pricing for different elements. So I will create a different menu, so a different page, and this page will be a page where I talk about, I don't know, flower arrangements. I don't know how to write arrangements, perfect. Flower dash. Great. So this is our page URL, and I'm happy with this. Then I also want to add another, which will be bouquets. Oops, I'm not very good in typing these types of complicated words. words. So just paste this in here, and then change the big B to small b, and then this will be it. So let's just imagine that now this is a flower shop website, and I have the flower arrangements and bouquets as pages that I want to nest under pricing. So I want somebody that comes to the pricing, I want them to be able to hover over the pricing, but for other pages to be shown below the pricing. Okay, so the way I do this is I click on the six pack, pull it up here next to pricing, and then just pull it here a bit inside. As you can see now, it is a bit indented. It is just a bit inside, and this is now nested. So the flower arrangements are nested under the pricing page. Okay, so let's just do this also with the bouquets. Let's just pull it in. Most of the times when you just pull it left or right, it doesn't work, so you have to pull it a bit up so that it actually slides in, and then let's just leave it here. Perfect. So now when we have this one, we can click save, and it should be showing once we refresh the page. So let's just have a look. Perfect. So we are on the pricing. Here we go. So for some reason it is not showing up on the home page. We will have a look what happened there, but it is showing up on this page, which is the pricing page, and now it is showing up over here. As you can see, this is how it will be visible for the people when they come and then they visit your page. They can click on these pages over here. So that is very simple. When you are previewing this in a mobile, this is how it will be showing up. So the pricing will have another button. When they click that button, it will be everything else will slide down, and then these will be having a bit of more space. So let me just show you what I mean by this. So when you click on this one, it just shows up as a hover. But when you visit it in a mobile menu, in the mobile navigation, you get a hamburger menu, and when you click it, it immediately shows these over here. So everything slides down, but these flower arrangements and bouquets are in a smaller font, and they show up as under pricing. Okay, great. So that is about that. And as I mentioned, in case you're working with headers and navigations and footers, do set them up with the pages first and then include them on all the other pages. Um, how to manage the info search engines will show in the results. Okay, so this is where I want to point towards the meta description and meta title, and these are the disinformation. For example, when you show up in a search results, for example, for Salon V in New York City, it shows up, this is their meta title, Salon V New York City, this horizontal line, vertical line, hair salon, vertical line, hair color, vertical line, hair services. And then the meta description is pamper yourself at Salon V, where talent meets creativity. Despite Salon V's new classic chic decor, you won't find any pretentiousness here. Okay, so this is their description. This is their meta title. Where you can find this information. This information can be found inside the pages this button over here. So for example, for the home page, you can edit the settings, and it is found on page title and a meta description. The meta keywords is just the keywords that you want to rank for. You want to be found on Google when somebody types in your business. For example, in case as we were now using flower arrangements and bouquets, if you're a flower shop, you probably want to type in bouquets, uh, and then your location, for example, bouquets New York City, or flower arrangements New York City, or best flower shop New York City, and things like this. So you want to add on keywords, so when people are looking for those keywords inside Google, so that you can also show up. For example, I was looking for hair salon New York, and this is where salon v New York City showed up. So then if you would be a hair salon, you would also type in hair salon New York, and then you separate them by commas. So then the next would be best hairdresser NYC, and all kinds of different other keywords that you can think of that people would be searching for. So this is by itself a whole a whole another level of research. Uh, there is there are tools that can give you the most searched queries. For example, there is Uber Suggest. Uber Suggest is a free tool you can use. It's quite limited at this point. Previously, it was giving you a lot of interesting details, but now as they turn on their pricing structure, and then for now you need to pay for it. Let's just type in New York flower shop. Okay. When you type in your keyword, it will give you other keyword ideas, and it will give you a couple of keyword ideas, and these ones will be most probably the ones that you want to include also in your uh, on your pages. For example, it gives you the keyword ideas: New York flower shop, New York City flower shop in New York City flower shop, the flower shop, New York City flower shop in New York, flower shop in Brooklyn, New York, and things like this. You can view all keyword ideas. I believe it stops at one point because it is asking you to log in or pay, but it just gives you ideas that you can find. You can do this also with an inbuilt feature from Google Ads. It is Google Keyword Suggestions. It is a bit tricky to get in there, so I suggest you to see a YouTube video how to use Google Keyword Planner. There we go. How to use Google Keyword Planner. I suggest you to visit a tutorial on how to get in there, because you would probably need to get a bit more information to go in there. Um, it is a free tool. It is easy to use, and it could give you more than the Uber Suggest tool. Okay, so these are just two tools that you can use to find these keywords. But my suggestion for the page title and the meta description that you should use, I was asked this multiple times: what is the page title that I should use? Should I just write my company name, like let's just use, for example, lemon flower shop, and then dash home? Or should I use this vertical line that they were using? I believe this is, yeah. Or and then type in home? Or how should I write it? What should I do? What should I write in the meta description? So my suggestion is always to go into Google, find your competitors, and find basically the businesses that are ranking organically the highest inside Google search results. So if that would be me and I would be a flower shop, then I would be typing in flower shop, just the most basic keyword. For example, New York. Okay. Um, then you can scroll through. You can see flower shop New York City. That is their domain over here. You can see plantshed, plantshed.com colon plants and flowers delivery in New York City. And then you can see what your competitors are doing, what the pages that rank the highest inside Google are doing, and then you can follow this one. So for example, if we want to follow the column for example, planchette.com colon plants and flower delivery, then it says Scott's Flower New York City colon New York City flower delivery dash florist New York. Okay, maybe we could do with this column, because we have also sent flowers colon New York comma New York flower delivery, and then this. So you can do different ways. Let's just use this comma. Okay, so let's just do lemon flower shop comma florist and um, I don't know what they were using, florist and flower shop. Flower shop. No, let's just type in NYC. Okay, so something like this. Just see what the others in your niche, in your industry are doing, and then model it. Don't copy exactly the same thing as they are writing. Just try to think. Try to see the top 10, top 5 pages and how they are ranking, and then do something very similar. There is a reason that they are ranking very high, and this could be it. It doesn't have to be, but just model something that works. This is my suggestion always, and it for now it didn't fail me. For the description, meta description, what can we write? So let's just have a look. Planchette, same day flower delivery New York City. We hand deliver flower arrangements. Da 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 da. Okay, this one is not luxury family owned florist since da da da. Send high-end flower arrangements with superior style. So what you need to do in this description is actually put in as many keywords as you can. For example, they did this one over here, but it's very strange. Best florist and flower shops in New York City. Ellen Flowers, Scott Flowers, Jerome Flower, Flower Girl. I believe they're just lining up the florist. But in case you have found your keywords inside Google, um, Google Keyword Planner, and then you have flower shop New York City, best florist in Brooklyn, and things like this. So try to include as many of these phrases as you can inside your description. So you could do, we are a family owned flower shop in New York. I'm just typing everything with small, with lowercase letters. York. Um, Specializing in creating bouquets, flower arrangements, and da 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 da. So you can use these phrases that you want to be found inside Google's inside your meta description. So try to use as many as you can, but try that it looks still like human wrote it. Don't just like put in just keywords like flower shop New York, New York City florist, da 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 da. Don't just put all the keywords inside. Try to make it as a readable word, that it has been written by a human and not a bot, because Google wants humans to find human websites and not humans to find bots and bot created websites. So try to be as much human in typing out the description as possible, but also in the meantime try to use as many of your keywords that you found using Ubersuggest or Google Keyword Planner or other tools for finding these keywords. Okay, so let's just say that creating is, I don't know. Oh, okay. So I'm missing. Okay, uh, and flower arrangements. Let's just see if I typed it out correctly. I probably didn't, but it's okay. Great. So that is it for the pricing. or that was it for the home. For the pricing, you can put a different one. So flower shop New York pricing. So you can do for your site, but you can do also for each of the pages. So if you Google your competitor, and if they have a pricing page, just have a look what the title and the meta description is from those pages, and you can follow and model those so that it actually shows your site also shows up quite high on the uh, inside the search results. And also for contact. Okay. Uh, for example, this one, contact dash the flower shop. Then let's just look, contact flowers by da da da. Contact New York City da da da. So you can have a look for each of their pages and how they're creating it, but try to follow the same rules in case your homepage is using this brand name, or the brand name colon something da da da. Try to use this also on the contact page. So contact colon da da da, or the brand name column. And I mean, you understand what I'm saying. Don't do contact dash on one side, or and then home colon da da da. Try to use the same system, but also have a look what others are doing. This seems like a long process, but it can be done fairly quickly, and it could mean huge difference for you, because if you do it correctly, if you don't do it correctly, it could be meaning first page in Google or the 50th page in Google. So I would suggest you to look into this one, how to do this. But other page builders don't have this built in, this page title, meta keywords, meta description. This for this you actually need to purchase different add-ons and plugins. Everything is inside Groove Pages in case you're using it, so you should use it, I believe. Great. So this is how to manage the info search engines will show in the results. And then the last one, how to actually publish the site and how to see your hidden pages. I will probably try to hide a different page than the home page. So let's just hide a different page. Let's just hide the bouquets page, okay? So I want to hide it from here, not only from the navigation menu. Um, I clicked the six pack and I dragged the page over here onto the hidden pages. So it is now hidden from not only this pricing over here, but also from the whole navigation menu. But still, I can find it if I type in the URL, and we know the URL, it's bouquets. Okay, so let's just publish our homepage, or actually website, and then let's just try to find that hidden page. So when you're ready with your pages, you can click the publish page. Here you can host the page with us. In case you want, you can just click over here and then just type in your desired name. I don't suggest you to use this for a professional branded company website. I suggest you to publish on your own domain. So just purchase a custom domain, which name.com or yourbrandname.net or yourbrandname.org or something like that. It will be looking much better. However, for this tutorial, I don't have a custom domain, so I'll just use this one over here. So I'll just type in flower shop. Okay. Perfect. So now I'm waiting for a box over here to show up to say that it has been published. Okay, content saved. Changes usually go live within a few minutes, but may take longer. Okay, so let's just have a look. So I'll open it in a new tab and hopefully it will be showing up. Perfect. So pricing, we have the menu, we have the blog, which if clicked, it is opening in a new tab and it is going to the groovefunnels.com/blog. As you can see, it is loading in. It is loading in slowly because it is on WordPress. And here we have the blog. Perfect. So now the rest is basically just to see, we have the footer, our pricing is loading in the pricing page. About us is loading in the about us page. It is working. Let's just see also on the pricing page. we have this drop down. If we click the flower arrangements, we get a blank page because there is nothing. Okay, and then also we want to test to find the hidden page. As you remember, we hid it by pulling it below. Basically from here, the primary navigation, we pulled the page using the 6-pack. We just clicked on it and then pulled it, drag and drop here where it says hidden pages, but we can still find it in case we type in the URL that we set up. Bookcase. Okay, okay, so it is probably okay, so I'm missing a U. This is not a system error, this is just my typing error. Here we go, and it is loading in. It is just a blank page because I didn't put anything there. If there would be something, it will be showing up, but we can see that it is secured, it is loading in. There is a favicon and it says this site was built with Groove Pages. Okay, so we can see that it is loading in. So this is how you find the hidden pages. You can go and access those pages, but by linking, not by the navigation menu over here. So that is basically everything that I wanted to talk about today. So we went over a couple of important things that are needed for creating a navigation menu, for creating a website. But as I mentioned, if you set up a navigation menu on the home page, only save it then when you actually are finished, by setting up the external links, by hiding the pages, by creating these drop down menus and things like this. Then once you're ready with that, then you can save it and then you can import it. And the same goes for the footer. I didn't do it the correct way, and as you can see, it is not showing up on each of the pages same. I would probably need to resave it and then re-add it on each of the pages so that they look exactly the same. If you may have been thinking, why is it showing up over here, this drop down, and the other ones they don't? For example, over here it shows up, over here it shows up, but on the home page it didn't show up for some reason. I'm not quite sure, but what I would do is I would try to go and this is why, because it, for some reason, it is showing up the, oh no, here, um it is not set up properly. It is just, it is not giving me the linking option. So I would probably just delete the navigation menu from the home page over here and just re-add it in once I saved it from the page that works. Okay, so this is the workaround. It is just this way until we get this global style or global header, global footer, where it will be applying the changes automatically. So let's just pull in the new updated one, and this is over here. And as you can see now on the home page, it shows up as well, this one. So that's the workaround. Sometimes it just doesn't work as we planned, but there is always reasons how to fix that. So that is it, guys. I believe I went through everything and mentioned everything that I wanted, but sometimes there are just extra questions. So Q&A, please dive in, and then in case you were holding your questions until the end, until the Q&A, this is now the time to actually ask them. So let's just see the questions that we have. Keisha, what tips would you give to those whose businesses currently rank on page 1 of Google, who are apprehensive about making the switch to Groove for fear of losing their ranking? This is a complicated question. It is not the easiest thing. In case you are ranking well on Google, and if you have your site on a different platform, I would suggest to try to do everything in your power to have the page recreated exactly as it is there, and then just quickly shift the domain over to Groove Pages in case you want to switch. If you have, for example, a WordPress website and it is live, don't switch first the domain and then create the page and then everything, because you will probably lose the rankings, because people will click on the Google link and they would be sent to a 404 page or somewhere to a website that is not finished yet. So when you are ranking, come to Groove Pages, build out your site exactly as it is there, and then do everything, test out everything on a Groove Pages hosted domain first. Make sure that everything works as intended, and then once it is 100% fully done, then bring over the domain to Cloudflare and connect your domain here, and then it will be very seamless to Google. It will not see that there was a change of platforms. What Google sees is links, so you need to make sure that your links are the same in case you have um, the the pages that were ranking in Google, for example, were yourdomain.com. That will be okay. But if it's yourdomain.com/contact minus us, contact dash us, dash today, so it is contact dash us dash today. But here in Groove Pages, you don't put contact dash us dash today, but you just put in contact dash us. It will be a broken link, so it will not know what to do with this one because you changed the links. So this will need a bit more management, and you will need to go into the Google Webmaster Tools and the Google Search Console to actually manage those URLs that Google is ranking currently. So for that one, you need to have the right knowledge when you are working with Google Search Console, so that you can manage these links so that it is seamless in Google's eyes. But very good question. Let's just see the next question from Mark. Why would you want to hide a page? Mark, that's a great question. You would probably want to hide a page in case you have a funnel that you don't want on your website to show up, in case you want just yourdomain.com / I don't know, your product funnel, and you don't want to promote that all the time. Maybe in your main primary navigation menu, you just want to hide this one, and everybody that has the link, maybe you're sending Google ads to that link, everybody that comes through that link can access that page, will see that page. Other people that just come to your website will not see that page. You can also hide pages in case it is like a thank you page. For example, you have a product or some sort of a sign up, and then you want to send, after somebody signs up, you want to send them to a thank you page. So you can hide the thank you page so it doesn't show up in any kind of navigation or a menu. You can also hide access pages, like in case you have a download page where you give people access to download certain products that you're offering. You can hide those as well from the navigation, so you don't want somebody to come to a page where it says download, they click on it, and they actually download or have access to the products immediately that you're offering. So there's a couple of reasons. These are just some that I could just think of from the top of my head, but yeah, there's loads of reasons why you would want to hide a page from the navigation. um, Maybe a bit unrelated. We are setting up a website development agency. How can we manage customers' account for websites built with Groove Pages Groove members? Groove members is not out yet, so for that one I don't know. But for Groove Pages, you would probably want to get them to sign up to their own account. So get them to sign up through your affiliate link. Share your affiliate link with your clients. Get them to sign up. Create an account. If you are doing sales correctly, you can get them to upgrade while they'll still can, so you earn a bit of commissions, but they will have an account which you can either work with, or you can work on your side and then transfer the design over to them. The way you transfer the design is just simply clicking over here. You copy and paste this code like that. You come into their builder to a blank page, and then you just paste this inside the code over here. There we go. And now you have actually copied over the design that you created from your account over to their account. And then that is the way I would suggest it. Later on, we will have share funnels and share features where you will be able to share pre-made designs, pre-made funnels, pre-made blocks with your clients and customers, not blocks, with pre-made websites with your customers. So once they click on that one, they will load in the design immediately to their account, and it will be awesome. At this point, it is not out yet, but if we go over to groovefunnels.com /infographic. Here we go. /infographic. You can have a look when that will be out. So in case you just scroll down a bit, order bumps. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Share funnels with an affiliate link and funnel organization. So this is what you're waiting for. At this point, the goal date is September 09 or September 9th, but this is when it will be easier to do what you're planning to do. John Alexander, how to set up my site with my own custom domain using your own hosting and SSL certificate without using Cloudflare. So you cannot use your own hosting with Groove Pages, because you can actually, if you create a site, you export it, oops, not here, but clicking over here to the menu, export it, and you upload it as an HTML site. Then you can use your own hosting. Otherwise, you cannot build your sites over here, type in your custom domain, but to have it stored on your hosting. That is not how it works. Groove Pages is a cloud hosting platform, cloud-based platform, which has inbuilt hosting on our secure servers. And if we would give access to our hosting, or basically so that you connect the hostings to your hosting, it wouldn't work properly, because it would have a lot of issues and security issues and all kinds of different stuff that we want to avoid. So we have our hosting. If you want to host it on your site, you need to just click this button over here, export the site that you created inside Groove Pages, and then it will be you will be able to upload the files, the HTML files, over to your server. So that is the way, in case you want to have on your hosting. Chigo Sophie, is it a good idea? Just transfer over. Is it a good idea to always tick select carryover URL parameters in order to get link juice to other pages on our site? It is. I don't think so that it is good. It is. It is something that you would need to look into more. I am not that well educated about this link juice and backlinking. You need to search for link juice phrase, link juice, and the phrase backlinking. This is a completely new knowledge that you can read books, and people are getting influential and expert inside of these backlinking space. So one says this, one says that. Um, in my opinion, you would need to test that. But most of the time, link juice is great and important when you're linking to other people's sites and when other people are linking towards your site. This is actually carrying over the link juice more, not only when people visit your website. So in case you're linking out somewhere, I would probably have it on. But in case you are linking over to your sites, you can, but it will not be a big impact to your pages. So it's something you would need to explore more in depth. Tina Joyner, question. I think of maybe answered my questions, but still need verification. If I have a .css file hidden folder and give it a name, okay, assets.css, can I then go into homepage showing the HTML code and just add the file name in the link tag? I'm not quite sure, Tina, what you are doing, but I believe you are talking about self-hosting, or I'm not quite sure. To be honest, I need to be completely honest, I'm not very informed about CSS and the code, the backend code of the builder. I know that there is some code, and this is the CSS part of it, and then at the bottom is the HTML part of it. Basically, this part is the HTML part. So I wouldn't be able to tell you what you need to do with this, what you're asking. I don't know CSS and I don't know HTML well enough to be able to answer it for you, but you will probably need to ask in the Facebook group from the people that are more educated about this code. I don't know what you're trying to do with this one, so I cannot assist you with that. But let's just look into other questions. Um, I reorder the pages in my drop-down menu because I want them to appear alphabetically, but it keeps reverting back to the order in which I created the pages. And in the drop-down on the home page, it orders as I created the pages, not alphabetical. Is there a quick fix? Not sure about that one. Let's just have a look. So in case I pull in, oops, if I just click on the six pack and pull this one up above the flower arrangements, now it is above, but in case it is below, then it will be going to come below probably once I save the page. Come on, save button, and then reload. Okay, so it is not showing up. Here. God, David, what are you doing? Here we go. Let's try one more time. So let's just preview it. So yeah, it is not arranging it properly as I want it to be. I want the bouquets to be below. Okay. Save. Okay. So I believe this is something we would need to look into. Um, let's just have a look on the main page. Flower arrangement. Okay, so on the home page, it is actually giving us still the old versions. Let's just click on pricing. It doesn't show up the bouquet anymore for some reason. I'm not quite sure about this one. Kisha, we would need to look into it with the devs. It's a good thing that you found it. We'll just see. Probably there's a bug fix on that one. I didn't see this one because I'm not using a lot of these drop downs, but I can see that people need to use it, and then we'll need to work with the devs to find a solution for this. How do you resize the height of a container? I have too much blank space, top and bottom. I can't change. So Joe, this is probably because you are using blocks like covers. Sometimes they have too much white space that you cannot work with. So in case you go into here and then you want to decrease the top and bottom padding, it is not decreasing, as you can see over here, because it has been coded. It is a stylable container. It has been coded this way so that it shows up that way. You can also try to go into sizing and try to play with the width, or sorry, with the height over there, but it is not going to be giving you the layout as you want it, because it is just coded this way. So what I suggest, in case you want to use a custom height um, elements or blocks, then to use the empty, because then you can manage it to be the same height that you want, the same width that you want. And then, for example, the same content, if I pull that over here, now I can actually manage the spacing inside, padding top and bottom. And as you can see, I can add, I can decrease, I can like make it go completely away. I can also put it relative to the page, and then make it 100% visible height or smaller. But it is changing. It is not like the pre-made containers that were coded to be this way. So this is something you would need to work with the empty blocks. Okay. Question: can you control the color and background color of the submenu? Yes. So of this one, the hover menu, I don't think that this is a feature at this point. It is just white, I believe. Let me see. Let's just test it out. This is just a test. Let's just put it on red. Yeah, it is. It is not. It is not changing the bottom menu. I believe this is still yet to come. Is there any way you can post this somewhere like at YouTube or save the video? I am currently at work and watch. Yes, there will be a replay immediately on Facebook and YouTube. How are you able to set up groovefunnel.com to groove but still create a groovefunnels.com /blog on WordPress? I didn't think you could do that. So you're just linking in. So you create an external link and you are just using a URL to link to your blog, which is on WordPress. So this is not a big thing. It is just adding an external link. We added only one external link, which is called blog. It is displaying up over here blog, which is a URL, and we send them over to our GrooveFunnels blog. Let's just have a look. Tina Joiner, how do we? Okay, so this is something that I cannot answer. Is there a way to keep the default social media icons in the nav from changing to question mark icons when you configure your social media links? So no, you would need to always, at this point, you would need to always have it. So for example, Facebook, in case you go there, you set it up and you set up the colors, and you just want to change the link. Once you click the update, it will also change it back. I'm not sure why this is done, but this is dynamic. It is not connected with the styling. It doesn't read the styling all the time so that it knows that it now this is this link, but in case you just want the link to be changed, then it is communicating that way. This is a good thing also that we can work on at this point. It is a small change, but at this point you will need to always make sure that the correct icon is chosen. So yeah, can you set your nav with a color and make it sticky, but as you scroll down the background turns transparent? No, this is not a feature yet. You can make it sticky using custom CSS. So you can just give it a name over here, and then using the custom CSS inside the page settings, over here you can add on the code that I shared inside the Facebook group. Let me just show you where you can find this information. Once you are in the Facebook group, you can come into the tutorial videos, and inside the tutorial videos you will find a video that is called how to create sticky headers navigation bars. It gives you this code, so you need to copy everything over here, copy it, put it into the page settings in the custom CSS like that, and then let's just call navbar 5. Okay, copy, custom attributes navbar 5, save, and then once we preview, we can probably see it is not showing up in the preview. Let's just publish it. Okay, it didn't take the code we copied. Okay, here we go. And now as you can see, it is staying when you when you preview it or publish it, and then it will be staying. You can also add on shadows to this block like this way, and then it looks a bit better. It is hovering over everything. It is going halfway only in the builder, but once you actually preview the page or publish it, then it goes all the way down, as you can see. So this is how you can create an sticky navbar menus. So you can just go to the block section. So you select the block, you name it. Usually it has already a name, navbar 6, navbar 5, and you just copy over this piece of code that I shared in this video here in the Facebook group. Copy over this code, pop it into the page settings of the page that you want to have the sticky navbar, and that's it. Let's just see. Question: what happens if you have the same header and footer saved as your favorites with different domains? How do you distinguish which is which? At this point, there is no distinction, you would probably save it in a different sections or different categories. But my designs are never the same, so I'm really easily knowing which one is which. For example, over here you can see slightly that there is a drop down menu in this pricing. Over here it is showing home pricing contact, so I can just easily delete this that I don't need. However, if I would have a lot of websites, a lot of different sites, um, most of the sites that you create are not looking the same. If they are looking the same, it's probably not the best to have that. At least the logo will be the same, or the colors will be the same, and this will be visible over here. So it has not been a problem so far. um Will you please comment on the importance of of not having spaces and special characters in URL name for those new to web building? Also, been we've been advised not to use capital letters. Care to comment on that one as well? Yes. So my thinking is never to use any kind of um, special characters, because it will be breaking your site, except dashes inside a URL, and forward slashes, but you should not write forward slashes. This is something that is dynamically added on by the system. So when you're creating your URLs, you have two options. You can write the URL this way, like pricing structure, or you can do pricing dash structure. These are the two ways I suggest you to do. Other ways I don't suggest you to do. You cannot use spaces. You cannot use stars or hashtags or something like that, because that is not going to be loading in. It will be breaking your site. You will get the 404 error. So just a dash is the thing you need to work with. Also, as Keisha said, uppercase letters inside a URL is not going to be working. It's not going to be loading in your page, because it is just a structure that the browsers are loading in the pages. They are usually, if you have a look at your address bar, they are all the time, they're just lowercase letters. Or in case you are working with bigger platforms like Google, they sometimes give you also uppercase letters and these special type of characters, but these are dynamic pages. When you're creating your own pages, you cannot use these because it will not be loaded in properly. So keep it lowercase, keep it dashed, or keep it together, like pricing structure. Okay, so it will be mydomain.com/pricing structure in one word. Okay, that is how it would be displayed. So this is what Kisha wanted me to say. Let's just have a look. What's the difference between design blocks and wireframes? Design blocks are designed, wireframes are not designed. Very simple to use, to understand. If you have a look yourself, you can just simply see what the difference is. It's not a big problem to see. Let me just see the questions. For website multi-pages, how to create global element. At this moment, I create the same header and footer in my pages. It isn't efficient because when I want to make changes, I need to go through each page. It's kind of consuming. It's kind of time consuming and prone to human error. How to solve this? I showed you just save the correct block after you are finished with editing. In case you have something that you edited, you save it again and then just add it on. As I mentioned, the global option is not available. When developing pages, how to it looks good on all devices. My friend says my site looks terrible on mobile site. This is not for this tutorial. There are different tutorials on making pages and sites mobile responsive, so I suggest you look into those. Search on Facebook group, search on YouTube, search in the Groove Digital Academy. You will find them there. If we just build a WordPress site, can we move it over, or this is just for new new building of sites. So this is for sites that are built with Groove pages. Later on, once you import, we will have a page import feature. You will be able to import your sites from WordPress, and it will be this knowledge will be used to connect your websites and pages with menus and footers and things like this. I guess GrooveFunnels platform is not designed to use on mobile. It looks horrible and not functional. No, it is. It's just a user error. You need to actually design them how you want it to be. It is the first platform that was fully designed so that you can choose whichever device you want. If you say it looks horrible, it's just something that you need to work on more so that it looks great. If you are not very well versed, if you don't know what you are doing, I suggest either following my videos, like don't do your websites first. Try to create a couple of builds that I do, like go step by step and do exactly the site that I'm doing first, and then later on you can start working on your site. This is the number one. Second option that you have is to use pre-made templates. The pre-made templates are nicely designed for mobile as well. Great. So I came to the top of it. Let's just go and see the questions that are down. How do you move a button from left to right? What? A button from left to right? Um, I don't know where is left. I don't know where is right, and I don't know what you mean. What button and where would you like to move it? If you want to just move something, like you can move it using the move tool, like you click and then you moved it away. Like simple. Like if you want to move this is also a button. You can click over here and you just move it up. If you want to move it to the right or left, you can just use this one. In case you maybe you're asking about how to actually move it from here to here, then you need to do it on the container level. So layout, you align it to the left. Okay, it is a pre-made container, so we cannot show you here, but let me just show you on a custom made block. So if you want to have an image or an icon, it is now moved on the left hand side. You need to choose the container, and using the layout you can actually move it to where you want it. Now as you can see, it is on the right. If you want, you can move it to the center or again to the left, but this is done inside the container level. um how do I sign up to be on show and tell? Just tonight I will be posting a link. Tomorrow, Wednesday, show and tell is going to be at the same time as every other training at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So just join us there. Post your link during the day whenever you see the post up there, and then you can join us there. I've put background pics on several sites, but when I click on a color as transparent overlap, it's not letting me do this. I have tried a couple of sites and all have the same issue. Don't you just click color in background and then play with it and transparency? It's not working at all. This is not working at all because you are trying to change the container. So when you actually change the container background picture, it is not an option because this is in code. If you want to add on a color overlay on this one and make it transparent, this is not working, as you can see. And this is intentional at this point. We will be probably adding in, but we need to work on the infrastructure of the code. I believe this is also on some other page builders, that on the containers you cannot add overlays. However, guys, you choose the block. So you need to be in the block section. You need to see the star over here so that you can save it. Then when you add on the actual image in the background, and when you choose an overlay color, as you can see, it is now showing up. See, pretty. So if it's not working, it is just because you are choosing the container and not the block. Choose the block and it will be working. Okay, Leonard Simmons asked question, how do I sign up to be on showing? Okay, so this one is answered. Batuli Kasim, is it possible to take a pre-made template and add extra pages navigations to it? Absolutely. And this is something I suggest you to do in case you don't know your way around the builder yet enough so that you create your custom pages. As I mentioned, there's two options. One is to follow my videos and follow my builds when I'm doing custom pages. Try to do exactly what I'm showing. Don't try to incorporate it immediately as I'm talking. Don't think about what you need to create. Don't think about your business. Just try to do step by step and follow everything that I say. After that one, you will be able to when you are creating your own site, your own business sites, it will be very easy to know what you need to do in order to create it. What does container do? Sorry, so many questions. So container is something that holds your elements. As you can see, this is a container. This green outline is a container, and a container holds this text. As you can see here, it's text. This is also text, and this is also text. If I pull in this icon, it can be pulled in to a container. You cannot pull in an icon inside a block because that's not how it works. A container is used to hold your elements. The elements are here. Okay, dividers, text elements, paragraphs, lists, solid buttons, videos, forms, like mockups, and things like this. So that is the job of the container, to hold your elements. Let's just see. What is the best way to transfer my current domain from Groove Pages to another Groove web page? Do I need to delete from Cloudflare? No. You don't need to do anything. You just need to. So in case you have a domain connected over here. So for example, I have lemontest.com. Okay, you have your site published over here. This domain inside Groove Pages. Now, let me just wait for it to be published. It will not work because I don't own this domain. But the simplest way is to just untick this, delete it, and publish the page. This will be republishing without a domain, okay? And this is now making your domain free. Whenever you type in, after you unpublished your domain, you click this one and you click the publish button again. Actually, you deleted the domain and then click the publish button. Then you will be not having the site published anymore. Okay, let me just reload. Here we go. So now what I did is I deleted everything from here. I unticked this button, and now my page is not published anymore on this site. So when you type in the domain lemon test, it will be not showing up anything because you unpublished it. So then you can just go back to a different site that you created. For example, this one, it was also a dummy site. You can go over here and you can just publish it here, lemontest.com, and then click publish. This is the way you transfer one root domain to another site. After a few images import from the rate limit exceeded appears. So this is something that happens when you are on your free on an account and loading in most probably too many images. What I suggest is just to log out and log back in. Rate limit exceeded is the communication between our platform and the stock photo site platform. So when you log out, log back in, and then you will be starting a new session, and it will let you have more images. And you can do also this one, save your work and then refresh your page. Aweber integration does not seem to be working properly. I tried to enter various emails, no opt-in integration for Aweber, and none of my test emails get into subscriber list. It keeps saying subscription failed. Is there a solution? So Aweber needs to be set up first inside the Aweber. You need to create a campaign, you need to create a sequence, you need to create a proper list, and then automate all this. Then when you actually set it up, then you connect it with an API, you connect Groove pages with an API, and then Aweber will know what to do. Because if you didn't do that part first yet, then it will say subscription failed. First, set up everything inside Aweber, then connect it, then test it out. It should be working then. David, you're amazing. I just have to say that every time I watch your videos, I learn you're very in-depth and easy to follow. You're the best tutorial teacher I have ever seen. Thank you very much, Mark. This is something I'm trying to give as much information in a simplest way possible. So sometimes I mumble a bit, like talk nonsense, but I trust you guys will ask or re-ask the questions if you didn't understand it. So um, what is the difference between a form container and background? When I try to make the form container transparent, it makes text transparent too. How do you create the form where you can make the background transparent but not the text? So form container and background is a completely different. So form container is an element. Background is a section of an element. So for example, here we have an element and we can add on a background. When you try to do transparency only on a color, that is possible. However, if you are using a different option of transparency, which is this one, it makes the text transparent as well, because it is now choosing the whole container and then adding on transparency. In case you're using this transparency, it will be removing everything. Okay, so don't use this transparency, but use this color transparency. Then it will be leaving the text, as you can see. Form containers are used when you are building out forms. And let's just say that this is now my form container. It shows up in purple. If I want to have some fields on it, for example, this will be my name field. Okay. And elements, let's just duplicate actually this one. Here we go. This will be my enter your email. So I have now a name and an email field over here. I'll just pull them upside a bit so that we can differentiate it. And also I will pull in a submit button, which is over here. Submit button, I will put it on a red color. Perfect. So now this is container background. If you click in the middle of everything, this is a form container. We have a form container background as well. You can also set it up to be white. But you can also set up the transparency of the form container alone. In case you are doing the transparency of this, it will take everything away. So don't use the transparency, just use the transparency of the colors. Okay, in case you want this color to be a bit faded, you can use that one. In case you want the color of the button to be faded, just use that one, like a background color transparency. Okay, not the whole transparency. The whole transparency will make things disappear from your page. It will be still there inside the code, but it will have transparent text, transparent everything. So this is the difference between the transparencies. So yeah, don't use this one. Great. So question from Mark: when will be allowed to store and upload files in Groove as opposed to using something like Warrior plus JVZoo to distribute our downloads? So I'm happy to say, Mark, this is coming very soon, and I'll actually show you. So, oops, not this page, but the / infographic. So, as you know, we are doing a rollout launch, which means that we are having different elements, different features, different pieces of platform, the different apps and platforms published separately. But there is GrooveCell Marketplace. It's a bit delayed, but this feature is close or on schedule. It will be released on August 28th. So most probably in 3 days, we will see the GrooveCell Marketplace. GrooveCell Marketplace is JVZoo and is ClickBank and is Warrior Plus. So this is where you will have marketplace where you can publish your products and then sell it using affiliates that are also on GrooveSell Marketplace. So this is the news number one. News number two is that when you have a product, I believe I don't have a product set up over here. Let me just log out and log back in on another account that I have. When you're setting up a product, you have there how do you want the product to be delivered, and there will be also a change very soon. Okay, it's just loading in. Let's just give it a bit of time. It's in shock probably from all the changes I do. I am sometimes jumping over to different accounts and I'm doing all kinds of stuff very quickly and probably scaring the software a bit. Let me just go into here, try it again. GrooveSell. Okay, so I wanted to show you something, but I'll just probably need to just tell you because it just keeps loading and I don't want to waste your time. So when you go into GrooveSell and you are setting up your product in the delivery or in the fulfillment section, you have like to do an integration or send a link which is coming soon, or upload the product to GrooveSell and things like this. So this will be enabled very soon because the Groove Member is coming out, and inside Groove Member you will have a section where you upload your files. You can upload PDFs and ebooks and audiobooks and things like this, where when Groove Member is set up, you will be able to deliver files, and you can also deliver access to those files tied to a membership. So not only the files can be sent, it can be sent using a membership. So everybody that purchases a product from you, they will be able to access a membership page where they can download it again and again. You can also send it out in an email when Groove Mail comes out and things like this, but it is coming soon. So Mark, I believe you are happy with everything that is coming, and this is coming very soon, in just a couple of days. In which circumstances do you use the transparent function on top? Check out fmiami.com and you will understand. So Miami created a very creative site where I need to pause this one, and she did a couple of different things. For example, like when you hover, then this heart is revealed, for example, or not this one, but when you hover over it, then there's fire behind it. So some things like this, like something creative, or I don't know. This is the the first one where I would say you can use it here, because when you upload a picture, you make it transparent, and then a hover option, you just delete the transparency. You make it fully visible, and then this is what happens when you hover over it. So that's my answer to you. I will take 5 more questions and then I will end the stream because it's already 2 hours past. Do I use the same Cloudflare or for other domain? Yes, don't touch the Cloudflare. If you put your domain once on Cloudflare, just leave it there. Don't touch it anymore. You just do and manage everything inside Groove Pages. Question regarding how to move button left or right. I meant instead of having buttons and blocks layer on a page, from top to bottom, how do I put a block beside another block? Okay, I get it now. So this is a bit more advanced. I don't suggest you to do it. I suggest you to use pre-made templates for this one, because it is playing with the layout. I'm not quite sure why nothing is loading in at this point. So I cannot show you, but yeah, let's just leave it at that. Please use pre-made blocks, because it is a bit more complex than that. This is using Flexbox element, which is a more technical term of putting items on the page, and I don't want to overwhelm you with information. So if you see a pre-made block where it has these types of things, um, elements next to elements, then use that one instead. You can also create like two column blocks, and then the columns you put your one image, and then the other column you put another image, and they are just next to each other. So that is what I suggest you to do at this point. So this was two questions, I believe. I'm giving away membership for free. What's the best way to set that up? And would you use a join button where the order form pops up, or would you embed it on a page where it shows up everything you need? Giving away free memberships is the best way to do through GrooveSell. You will sell a freebie. So basically you will set up a product for $0, and then you will say, GrooveSell, create a membership account or something like that for this user. So this is the best way. There will be more training on that when Groove Member comes out, so don't worry, it will be mentioned. At this point, it is not out yet. Great. I finally came to the end of everything. I believe you are now well informed. But yes, that is it, what I wanted to say, and even more. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. I believe you learned something new today. If you didn't, I suggest you to rewatch it, because there was a lot of information that was new to some of you. And if you have more questions, please ask them in the Facebook group, or in the comments of this video. But I will end it now because it is almost 2 hours and 15 minutes long. So let's just keep it to the end. And then tonight we will have a training with Tom Beal. So join us there. It is going to be at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will be awesome. Tom always delivers very good presentations. So join us there, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a Tom Beal presentation about digital marketing. So thank you one more time, guys, and then see you tonight. Bye-bye.